Stop what you're doing and listen. Because the chaos you feel right now, the gnawing frustration that growth is slower than it should be, that your user base isn't exploding the way you promised yourself it would, that's the system choking you. You're stuck in this endless loop, banging your head against walls of outdated strategies, chasing fleeting tactics. And every day wasted like this, it's a bite taken from your dream, from the future you're supposed to build. But what if the problem isn't you? What if it's the way you're trying to grow that's completely wrong? Because here's the brutal truth. Nobody else will tell you. You can't build rockets in isolation. You need fire from other minds. You need sparks from outside your box, or you will forever crawl when you were meant to fly. You're a founder, an investor, a leader. You know the pain, the grinding loneliness of innovation in a vacuum. You're watching others scale like crazy while your user count barely moves. It's maddening. You're exhausted from perfecting the product, tuning the funnel, and still, growth staggers. Why? Because growth is not just about the perfect product, pricing plays, or ad spend. Growth is a living, breathing beast fueled by connection, by collaboration, by a ruthless, strategic alliance of minds willing to push each other to the edge. So here's the unfiltered command. Stop trying to hack growth alone. Scrap your silos now. Reach out. Hunt down those rare few. Startup founders who think the rules are archaic, investors who crave real disruption, visionaries who burn with the same fire inside you. Stop viewing other leaders as competitors. Start seeing them as fuel. Collaborate, not politely, not awkwardly, but with the fiery intensity of warriors bent on conquest. Because when innovation is collaborative, when ideas mix and mesh across boundaries, that's when growth explodes. It's chaotic. It's dangerous. But it's the only way to scale faster than you ever imagined possible. Here's the secret your ego won't let you admit. Your best ideas don't come alone. They come from conflict, from friction, from wild, messy collisions of perspectives. And that means you have to break your own damn walls first. Invite partners into your world, but not just for surface networking. Get brutally honest. Share your deepest failures, your raw pain points. Bring in investors who demand real traction, but also real vision. Connect with founders who have solved problems you haven't even seen. This isn't just swapping cards or shallow LinkedIn likes. This is blood, sweat, and raw strategy combining, trading muscle and moves to accelerate the impossible. Now, don't make the rookie mistake of collaborating blindly. This isn't about forming committees or endless meetings. It's about building small, fierce, complementary teams that can outthink, out-execute, and outgrow anyone else. You want exponential growth? You want users flooding your platform like a tidal wave? Then structure collaboration like a strategy weapon. Select partners who bring zero overlap but massive upside, different expertise, markets, strengths that stitch perfectly to your weaknesses. Create tight feedback loops where ideas shred egos and rebuild stronger. Admit when you're wrong and move fast, because hesitation kills growth dead. Let go of control. Yes, that terrifying loss of solitude. And let the power of interwoven innovation carry you to realms you can't yet dream of. And here comes the hard truth that no one else will say. If you're not emotionally raw enough to expose your flaws in this collaboration, you won't scale. Growth thrives on brutal vulnerability wrapped in strategic trust. If you hide your cracks, the network breaks, and you're back to square one, isolated and weak. So throw off that armor made of pride and scarcity. You must hunger for connection like air, for the complementary fire of others who demand your best and push you beyond any limit you thought you had. Because that is the lifeblood of faster user growth, the obsessive wiring of minds unafraid to collide. Here's the framework you must follow, step by step, no excuses. First, map the exact pieces missing from your growth puzzle. Not vague, generic problems. Pinpoint, precisely, who holds the key outside your circle. That investor who's tired of safe bets, the founder who's cracked the user retention code in a different market, the strategist who reads trends before anyone else. Don't waste time on noise. Hunt for complementary brilliance. Second, reach out not with a pitch, but with a confession. Share your biggest vulnerability related to growth. Show them the raw pain point you can't solve alone. This will break through the usual transactional nonsense and spark real engagement. Collaboration starts with truth, not sales. Third, create a micro-community, a tight cluster of these rare people who complement each other's growth challenges. Reject the scaling by numbers myth. Quality over quantity kills here. This is where wild innovation is born, where user growth becomes a tidal force. Fourth, set ruthless growth experiments that require combined resources, cross-marketing, shared user feedback loops, co-designed features. Build momentum around iterative learning cycles that move faster than any individual team can run alone. Fifth, invest emotionally and intellectually in this cluster daily, not just when it's convenient. Growth demands obsessive, relentless pressure. These ties must become the gears turning your escalator to more users, more growth, more disruption. Last, never, ever stop questioning your beliefs about growth. Break every assumption constantly. The world changes faster than comfort zones. Collaborative innovation is not a magic pill. It's a commitment to a brutal, beautiful process that reshapes minds, markets, meaning. If these steps are taken, and taken with fire in the gut, something rare happens. The user growth stagnation fades. It's replaced with a network effect so strong, it pulls new users effortlessly. An unstoppable momentum that looks like magic to outsiders, but feels like pure willpower and synergy to you. Growth isn't a finish line you hit alone. It's a wildfire, forged by connecting the few rare minds who refuse to settle, who reject the false freedoms of isolation, who build together what no one else can build apart. So, if the fire is burning, in your founder's gut, investor's vision, leader's restless nerves, stop ignoring it. Chase synergy like your life depends on it, because it does. This is the liberation of growth, breaking the chains of outdated isolation and plugging into the electric grid of collaborative innovation. It's raw, it's ruthless, and it's the fastest way forward. Those who embrace it won't just grow users. They will bend reality itself, creating value so big it breaks systems and rewrites futures. So, get up, find your tribe, and ignite the storm that will make growth feel like a tidal wave instead of a dripping faucet. Don't wait for permission or the perfect moment. Take this now. Your future users are waiting. The world is waiting. And everyone else? They're too comfortable to break free. But you're not built for comfort. You're built for impact. Go claim it.